Hello everyone, hope you had a great weekend. Now I am here today because I wanted to check how you were getting on from the daily tasks last week. So if you joined me for the Strong and Supple workshop last week, you'll know that each day I asked you to pick your favourite exercise of the day and then to do it again at the end of the day before you went to bed. So after our 3 sessions in the group last week, you should have had 3 exercises that you really enjoyed doing. Those exercises that made you feel good, that really felt like you were opening out the body, you were having a really good stretch, they were loosening you up, they were getting rid of that stiffness and tightness. Those are the exercises that you needed to pick last week. And I hope that you've been sticking to them. And I hope that you've been doing them over the weekend. So I'd really like to know how you're getting on with them. Are you feeling better for just doing a few minutes of exercise every day? Now, if you haven't watched all of the videos yet, maybe you're still watching the replays and you haven't quite caught up, that's fine. What I wanted to do today was I wanted to share my 3 favourite exercises from those 3 days. So if you're stuck or if you've forgotten what exercises to do and you're not quite sure which are the best ones, it doesn't really matter. They're all really good exercises to have a go at. But you could also follow my 3 favourite ones if you wanted to as well. So first one I'm going to do from day 1, which was the lengthen and stretch day. I'm going to do the one where we're lying on our back, lengthening out the legs and sending the arms overhead. So we'll start with that one, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to set myself up. So I've got my feet and knees hip width apart. I've found that neutral position, so that slight curve in the lower back. Okay, I'm going to send the arms up to the ceiling to start with. So the first thing I'm going to do now is just float one knee up. Now I'm going to straighten the leg, but I'm going to send the arms overhead at the same time. And then bring everything back to center before I lower the foot. Now we do on the other side. So we float the knee, straighten out the arms and legs, bring them back to center and lower back down. And again, float the knee, straighten out the arms and legs, come back to center and lower. So what you want to be doing on this one, okay, is just working within your own range of movement. So if the arms won't go all the way back to the floor, don't worry about that. That's okay. Just take them back as far as you can. Try and get the legs straight as you can now. Okay. And then don't forget you've got to stay in that neutral position. So there's quite a bit to think about really, isn't there? Okay, but of course the more you practice it, the easier it will get. Wonderful. I'm just going to do one more on the other leg, I think. So here we go. Let's float and lengthen, return and lower. Wonderful. Okay, so this is the day 2 exercise. This is my favourite one from day 2. So I'm going to change position. I think I'll roll my towel for this one just to take a bit of pressure out of the wrists. Cat mobility. Okay, I really like this one because you've only got to do sort of 3 or 4 of these, and if you've got any stiffness in that lower back, you can just feel it just easing and just a little bit more after each time you repeat it. So it's a really nice one to do, this one. Okay, so just to remind you, in our all-fours position for this one, hands under shoulders, the knees are under the hips. I'm looking down at the mat. I feel like you're pulling the navel up towards your spine a little bit. Remember, you don't want to let the lower back sink on this one, so you just have a little curve there in the lower back. Okay, cat mobility. So we start by tucking the tailbone under, tucking the head under, and then arching the back up and over as much as you can. And then bringing yourself all the way back down to that neutral position. And then we do it again. So we're going to breathe out, tuck the tailbone under, tuck the head under, arch the back up and over, and then come all the way back down. So I like to push my hands into the mat, like I'm pushing the floor away. Just allows me to get a little bit more stretch out of the exercise. I want to try and create that nice curved spine as I push up Getting that nice stretch each time. Here we go. Here's the last one. And then come all the way back down. Wonderful. I'm just going to sit back a second. I can't just move my towel forward slightly. Okay, so on the last day, it was all about strength and control. Now, I really like the all fours position because it really works the upper body. I feel like I get a lot of strength, I feel stronger in the upper body as I do those exercises. It puts a lot of loading through the wrist, through the arm. It can be a little bit uncomfortable on the wrist, but it's well worth it. They are really beneficial doing these exercises. I love swimming legs, okay? It tones the legs, tones your bum, and of course the upper body gets nice and strong as well. So back into our all fours position. Same setup again. Okay, so this time I've got my shoulders down really well, so I feel nice and strong in the upper body. I want to try and keep everything as still as I possibly can on this one. So I'm going to slide the legs away. So we're going to slide one leg away and then slide it back in. Slide the other leg away. Slide it back in. So I'm trying to keep that stillness through the upper body. Don't want to sway from side to side, just want to stay nice and still. So I'm really focusing on keeping my shoulders down on this one. Straighten and return. Okay, so nice straight leg as it goes out. Okay, let's just do one more on each leg, shall we? Straighten and return. Straighten and return. I'm just going to sit back into shell stretch. I'm going to have a nice big reach with those arms. Get that nice stretch down the spine and then come all the way back up to sitting. So those are my three favourites. So if you want to have a go at those and try that little sequence, you can see how you get on with those. Okay, but hopefully you've found your own 3 exercises. Maybe you've picked 2 exercises from one of the days and just one from another day. That's fine. Pick any combination that you want. What I really would encourage you to do is to stay consistent with those exercises and keep practicing them regularly. If you can do them just for 5 minutes every day. That didn't take me long at all to show you how to do those, did it? Okay, just 5 minutes every day. Just pick your favourite 3 and have a go at them. If you can't make it every day, that's okay. If you want to do it every other day, that's fine. But the key to staying mobile, keeping active in your life, getting rid of that stiffness, that tension, aches and pains that we get as well, is really to just keep exercising. But we don't have to do a great deal. You don't have to spend hours exercising. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day can make all the difference sometimes. So I just want to encourage you to stick with those exercises that you really enjoy. If that's all you do for the next couple of weeks, just keep having a go at them and stick with it and see how much better you start to feel just by creating that little bit of regular movement in your body. And don't forget, the membership is open. So if you want to do a little bit more work with me, okay, you can. I've posted the details in the group. I'll pop them in again, okay. Have a read of them, see what you think, and it would be great to see you in there. There's lots of instructional videos in there, and of course you can always join me for live sessions as well if you want to. So I hope you'll take a look at that. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you again soon.